Hello bookworms, bibliophiles, and lovers of all things literature, and welcome to Chapter 1 of Volume 2 of the Braless Book Guild Podcast, where we discard our bras and embrace our flaws to discuss books both published and unpublished. We are your hosts, Jenna.
Hi guys.
I'm Marissa, and this is Megan.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Volume 2. Happy New Year, you guys.
Happy New Year, even though it's, a little bit into the new year, but
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hey,
It's still the new year.
By the time this is posted, it's going to be right after Lunar New Year, so
That's true. It's
Extra
fitting.
New Year. All New Years.
I did
all the New Years.
I did think about that earlier today, where I was just like, we can say Happy New Year and it still fits.
Yeah. Perfect. But yeah, before we get too far into it, guys, let's talk about what we're drinking. Jenna, let's start with you.
I actually decided to try your blackberry citrus from Bigelow, Marissa, and it's quite good, actually.
I love that one.
I have seen it around, and it's been one of those ones I think you got while I was breastfeeding. I couldn't have it when I was breastfeeding, but it's got like zinc and elderberry, so immunity, and it's all good for this time of year, But it's very soothing and very berry-like, which I enjoy.
I definitely bought that because I was sick one time and I knew it would be really good for being sick, but it's also just good to have when you're not sick too.
Yeah, it's a nice soothing. I like berry teas, especially warm. They kind of give that like cider vibe, which I enjoy. So yeah, I like it a lot.
Bigelow never disappoints.
Yeah.
Megan, what are you drinking today?
I am drinking Celestial Seasonings orange tangerine with a little splash of honey in it. It's very good.
Very nice. That sounds good.
How about you?
I am going with the classic Irish breakfast tea. I am allowed to have caffeine right now for a couple of reasons, but one, I have to stay up tonight because I'm working a late shift tomorrow, so I'm trying to train my body for that.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. So I want the breakfast tea to give myself a little bit of caffeine and stay up.
Yeah.
All right. But as we get started, guys, so this first chapter, we decided we were going to start it off with something that was actually inspired by one of our favorite authors, Gail Carriger.
Take a drink.
Yep. Oh, is that the new Take a Drink? Gail Carriger?
Any favorite author?
Cheers to Gail Carriger.
Yes. But I saw her post something where she had somebody review her books, and they said something about like, after reading 5 books, it is a clear homosexual agenda going on here or whatever. And she replied, like, it took you 5 books to realize that.
Exactly. It was so funny.
And it just made me think, like, sometimes you get those reviews that are, like, bad reviews for a book, but they're so bad that they're funny and good. And I wanted to give us an opportunity to share some of those reviews with each other. But also with that, I just wanted to talk about reviews in general, and kind of Megan wanted to discuss like how do we review books ourselves personally, and I think this entire podcast just talks about reviewing books in general. So
yeah, we do a lot of reviews.
I think this is a good just review
Of reviews.
Yeah, a review of reviews, and a little bit later on in the chapter, we're going to do a fun little game where each of us looked up 1-star reviews from different websites, and we're going to recite them to each other, and the other two are going to try to guess which book it's for.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
But before we get into that, let's talk about, Megan, you had the question of how do you determine like a 1-star book versus 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, etc.
So that's like really difficult for me because it hasn't been until I think even last year or maybe the year before that my mentality for reviewing books was, did I finish it? Yes. Okay. Did you hate it? No. Okay. 5 stars. So it hasn't been until like the last couple of years that I've actually been trying to be a little bit more proactive in my review process. So my first book of the year was A Language of Dragons. I ended up giving it 2 stars because it was very boring and very difficult for me to get through, and I wanted to quit many, many times.
Ooh.
So for me, if I DNF a book, like that should have its own category, and there should be an option for like specifically a DNF button or something instead of for those that don't know, DNF means did not finish. But like if I don't finish a book, I don't think it deserves even 1 star because I didn't finish it. But if I finish a book, yeah, it's hard.
It's like instead of failing a class, you just didn't finish the class,
Yeah.
so you dropped it. It's
Exactly.
kind of
Like college classes, yeah.
Yeah.
High school you couldn't do that, but
bad. No.
for college classes, if you drop a class versus getting an F.
Yeah.
So but I would say I'm pretty like relaxed with my reviews. If I completely hate the book, it's either a 1 or a 2 star, but if it's okay, 3 stars, I guess. But it has a lot of flaws. And then, 4 or 5 stars are pretty much 5 stars are like, I will recommend this to everybody. And then 4 stars are like, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I might recommend it to a few people.
What are some criterias that you have for it? Like, writing style versus like characters versus plot.
I'm very much a character-driven reader. So I love my characters. If my characters are not fun, engaging, exciting, funny, I usually don't really care for the book. Plot-wise, it could be like I just finished The Intercepts, and I felt like that was a good balance between plot and character. But I prefer characters over plot. The plot could be like pretty flimsy as long as the characters are like fun, interactive. Like we always joke that my favorite character in Naruto is Naruto.
Yeah.
And people don't get that for some reason. But for me, he's the main character. Why would I not like him? He's annoying. But anyway. How about you, Jenna?
It's funny you say that. I think that I kind of struggled with that for a long time too, is differentiating. Mostly, I'd say my differentiation would the hard stars for me for a long time were the 2 and the 4, because it was either for me I hated the book was okay, or I loved the book.
Oh, interesting.
And so that was kind of my kind of go through all. I've decided kind of 5 stars for me is books that I would reread and or recommend to more than half of my friends. Like obviously there's going to be books where it's like, I love this book, but Marissa's not going to love this book. Or I love this book, but I know it's totally not Angela's cup of tea or whatever, So I think that for me, 5 stars means either I'd read it again, it was flawless, or I'd recommend it to a ton of people, more than half my friends. 4 stars are I loved the book, but there were some serious things that annoyed me in it. Or there were some serious things that I would never want to reread it again. I would, I liked the book. I really got into it, but just something about it irks me, 3 stars is, yeah, I liked it. It was okay. I got through it, but maybe I didn't love it. I didn't want I found myself walking away from it more often than I didn't or something. 2 stars for me, I think is, I really, really didn't like this book, but there were some redeeming qualities, it wasn't my book. It wasn't my cup of tea, but there was enough in it that kept me engaged and I finished it and I wanted to get through it. 1 star was, why didn't I DNF this?
Yeah.
I hate giving a book 1-star reviews because to me, if I didn't finish it, I don't deserve to have an opinion on it because I didn't even get to the end. I couldn't give it all of my attention. I couldn't give it any of that. So I don't want to give it a review if I didn't finish it, because maybe if I had got to the end of it, something redeeming would have happened and I could have given it 2. But I also, 1 star to me, it's like, if I've gone through that whole book and I hated every single minute of it and I'm like, wow, I wasted my time on this book, that's a 1-star review.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I really can't think of that many books that I've done that to, recently at least. Usually now I'm kind of getting better at being like, this isn't my thing, I'm stopping here.
Yeah. What's interesting is last year I would get notifications on Goodreads that, oh, Jenna finished this book. And I'm like, ooh, let's see what she thought. And it was just marked as finished. And I was like, oh, there's no review.
Yeah. Last year, especially, I was having a really hard time putting reviews into the system. and it'd be like, okay, I'm going to mark it as finished. And I still kind of struggle with this too. I'd mark it as finished and I'd be like, okay, I want to like collect my thoughts so that I can write a review. And so now I'm at least trying to put the stars in it so that I remember to like go back and, okay, I've at least given them the stars. But usually anything that I can get done that requires my undivided attention requires my child to be asleep.
Yeah.
So, or to be being watched by someone else. So, unfortunately, that means everything I want to do in my life takes time in like 2-hour segments. So do I want to read? Do I want to do reviews? Do I want to clean my house? Like, it's all like chunks of time. But yeah, so last year I was really bad about actually going in and like writing reviews. And I was still trying to figure myself out, I think, last year.
Yeah.
Figure out exactly like how I wanted to review things. But yeah, I need to get better about that this year because to me, like, reviews are so important. We need reviews. Guys, review our podcast. Like reviews help people make content and stuff like that. And we've talked about that before. So I don't want to be a hypocrite and ask for reviews, but not give them.
Fair enough.
What about you, Marissa? What are your criteria?
So it's funny because I'm very similar to you, but also in a different way, where I think the majority of my reviews are going to be like 4-star reviews. Because I struggle with giving something a 5-star review because I'm all like, nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to find something in this book that I didn't like. Even talking about, like, Jasmine Throne, our favorite books last year was that Burning Kingdoms trilogy, and it was still, like, there were things I didn't like about it. But that being said, like, 4-star reviews typically mean I liked the book a lot. And the bad outweighed the good by a lot. 3-star reviews are like, this is probably popular with a lot of people and I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to pick it up again. Going into like 2-star and 1-star. 2-star reviews are really difficult for me, I think, because if I didn't like something, it's just going to be a 1-star review. It's going to be, I did not like this. But yeah, similar to Megan, like there should be something that's lower than 1-star review because there's stuff that I've read that I'm like, this doesn't make any sense and it's just terribly written and I can't even, begin to review this book.
Right.
So Goodreads and apps that want us to like track our books and stuff like that. Can you please make a button that's a DNF?
Yes.
We need a DNF button. It doesn't count towards our reading. It doesn't count towards our goal. Because, I mean, we've talked about that last year. Like, all of mine were counting towards my goal when I DNF'd them. And I had to, like, mark them as read, even though they weren't read for me. Mm-hmm. And if I go back and I finish them, I can move them to a read book. Or if I want to track them, you could count them as read. You'd still be able to do it, even if you DNF'd it. But I really, really wish there was a DNF button because I didn't want to track all my DNFs as read books. It felt like cheating to me.
Storygraph.
Yeah. Storygraph does it?
Yeah.
I haven't played around on that one enough yet.
I'm doing that this year. So I'm doing all 3. I'm doing Fable, Storygraph, even though Fable has had some little bit of an issue last year. But I'm doing, Fable only because there's a book club that I'm a part of in there, Storygraph, and then Goodreads.
Good to know.
I definitely... And then, like, speaking of what is criteria that I have for it, it's typically, it also depends on the type of book it's supposed to be. So, obviously, a comedy, I'm not going to be, like, rating it on plot as much. I'd be rating it more on, like, characters and did it make me laugh?
Yeah.
Whereas something that I'm hoping is a bit more, like, intellectual and a bit more thought-provoking, I'll be then... a bit more critical of like writing style and stuff like that. So it depends on the genre for what it is. But ultimately, characters are going to be a big part of any book. If you don't have good characters, I'm probably not going to like the book.
For something like Nikita Gill, who does poetry, does it also include characters in that as well? Or is that one that, because it's a completely different genre, that you...
It depends on the ones that she's doing, because she has like sorry, Megan just dropped her pen and it was so dramatic.
You should have thrown yourself on the couch like my child.
But no, it depends, because like some of her books are, so the cool thing about Nikita Gill's poetry is that she has like each of her poetry books have kind of a story to them.
I remember you talking about that, so I was asking,
Yeah, not like 100% like this is the beginning, middle, end story type thing, but like one of my favorite ones she has is The Great Goddesses, which is just a different take on Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, characters in that's very interesting for me because they talk about the goddess and the gods and goddesses. Where the one that I had, oh crap, where is it? I already lost it.
the one that you've...
The one I mentioned last episode, the something as a river or something like that. That one has less about characters, I think, and more just about feelings. And so, like, the character is yourself or the, like, person of it, like the narrator.
It is second person point of view kind of thing?
I mean, a lot of because it's broken up into different sections. So the second section of it is fire, and I think it has a lot to do with, like, her breakup.
Oh.
And so it's very personal to her, but also universal feelings that people can have.
Very
so
cool.
she'll talk about, like, she'll say you, and she'll be talking about, like, her boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever.
I see. Okay.
Whoever you want to put in that place when you're reading it.
Like lyrics in a song or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I think for stuff like that, especially poetry, I rate it more on, one, how well was it written, and two, how did it make me feel?
I like that.
That's actually a good thing to maybe take into, like, fiction as well, is how did it make you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, reading Yellowface last year, which was one of my big favorite reads of the year, it made me feel a lot of things, but in, like, very unique way. Same thing, Ashley Poston does that a lot, especially with not the 7 Year Slip, what's the other one?
Dead Romantics.
The Dead Romantics made me feel so many things.
Yeah.
So,
I'd say, I mean, one of my favorite reads is A Thousand Splendid Suns. That being said, I know there's a lot of people that I could never recommend that to for various reasons. But it made you feel so much, and it makes you think so much. And it's like, obviously, I probably wouldn't recommend it necessarily to like Angela, who would have a harder time dealing with some of those heavier themes in it. And there's a lot of people that I know that just couldn't do that, couldn't take that type of a book, you know, but that is 100% a 5-star review for me, or 5-star read for me, because it makes you feel and think so much.
It has been so long since I read that book, but I remember really enjoying that book, and it did make me feel so much. And I remember reading it thinking, am I too young to read this? I can't remember how old I was, but I'm like, this just seems way too, like,
Mature.
Heavy.
Yeah, heavy. Heavy is more what I'd say. Like, I think it was one of the first books that I read that was very much like, I think the thing that really hit me was that it felt real.
Yes.
And that's where it was like, could actually be somebody's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell people. I was like, I think our friend Kathy told me to read that book, actually. I want to say that she's the one that told me to read it. And she said, she had told me once, like, I think every woman should read this. And Kathy's she's a huge feminist. She's big on feminism. And at the time I was like, okay, well, you know, look, I idolized Kathy a little bit. I won't lie. Like, I thought she was the coolest person ever. So I was like, oh, well, I must read this. So, at the time I read this book and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so heavy. And I understood, I saw why she said that. But I also think that, you know, for your own mental health, some women can't take that on. It's a lot. It's a very, very heavy book. But I always tell people, I was like, no book has ever made me more grateful for where I was born as a woman and when. And so, yeah, that book really definitely, like, it opens your eyes to what other women go through in other countries and times. And it makes you really think and see things in a different perspective.
Yep, definitely.
But, so, yeah, I could see that. I could see how the feelings are important, too.
Meanwhile, Kathy was like, you should read Hunger Games to me.
Yeah.
Different things that are...
Yeah. And that's where I read Hunger Games the first time, because she loaned me the entire series.
To be fair, Kathy was one of my favorites of your friends.
She definitely...
You were too, Megan. Don't worry. But
okay.
You stayed up all night and played DDR with me.
Yes.
Kathy's one of my friends who I can go years without talking to, and will literally just still to this day, it'll be like, have you read this book? Like out of nowhere. I haven't talked in 3 years. Let me just ask if you've read this book so we could talk about this really quick for a second. And that's how we'll catch up for like a minute and then not talk again for 3 years because she lives in Australia. So it's not like I get to see her very often.
So season 3.
Season 3. Yeah. Season 3 will be Kathy's recommendations.
And then season 6.
Yeah. She'll pop up again.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, did you have a question or anything you wanted to?
I just wanted to, one of the fun things in the planner group that I moderate for, one of the trends that people have been doing is they attach like quotes to their planner, and it is the funniest thing. So people
oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of like
the planner.
That's one of what made me get the planner was when I started seeing people doing quotes for their reviews.
So they'd do like Seinfeld quotes, and they'd be like, "No soup for you" is 1 star, or I'm not very good at. I shouldn't have chosen Seinfeld quotes.
It's funny. So when I first got the planner the first time, and unfortunately I didn't get it this year, but to be honest, I wasn't able to keep up on it the last 2 years because of my child. So I thought I can't do this myself.
Take a break, yeah.
Yeah. But I think the first year I did office quotes.
Yes, of course.
And then, but I also had it set up for Emily Dickinson quotes because Marissa and I had been really into Emily Dickinson too. Mm-hmm. But my office quotes were, "No, God, no, God, please, no, no, no," for 1 stars. I don't hate it. I just don't like it at all, and it's terrible for 2 stars. Don't ever, for any reason, do anything to anyone for any reason, ever, no matter what, for 3 stars. It was love at first sight. It was love at first see with my ears for 4 stars. And I want people to be afraid of how much they love me for 5 stars. And actually, I think it was not only Office, it was just Michael Scott quotes.
Yeah, just Michael Scott. Yeah. And I could hear them all so vividly in my brain.
Yeah.
This year I did Star Wars quotes. So my 1 star was Page Turner's "They Are Not." My 2 star is "I have a bad feeling about this." My 3 stars is "Never Tell Me the Odds." And then 4 stars is "Rebellions Are Built on Hope." And 5 stars is "The Force is Strong with This One."
That's good.
That's a good one.
Those are really good.
Yeah, I really liked those. I also did a Fall Out Boy one where someone did the what was it? The titles of Fall Out Boy songs.
That's honestly what I was just thinking of. That's great.
They have such good. Sorry, give me 1 second to find those, and I'll read those out really fast.
I'll give you the Emily Dickinson quotes while you
do Emily Dickinson.
So for the Emily Dickinson, for 1 star, I said, saying nothing sometimes says the most. 2 was, I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? 3 was, I dwell in possibility. 4 was, I do not profess to be profound. And 5 was, unable are the loved to die, for love is immortality.
Wow.
Oh,
Those are really
deep ones.
Yeah.
Emily Dickinson is very quotable.
I love Emily Dickinson. And Marissa and I had just watched the show.
Oh, Dickinson was such a good show.
Such a good show. I want to rewatch it. It was so good.
We have
haven't
Apple
watched
TV
it.
again.
I know.
It's only on Apple TV. So I know.
I honestly might just buy it.
Yeah, we probably should. I literally got the Apple TV subscription for when Dickinson came out, watched it, canceled the subscription. Season 2 came out, restarted the subscription.
Just for the show.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people do. So these are my personal Fall Out Boy songs, because I'm not really like, I love all of Fall Out Boy's albums, including their new stuff, and I know not everyone does. Mm-hmm. So my personal Fall Out Boy titles were, my DNF was Dead on Arrival. Mm-hmm. My 1 star was You're Crashing But You're No Wave. 2 star is Where Did the Party Go? 3 star is Don't you Know Who I Think I Am? Yeah. 4 stars is Irresistible, and 5 stars is Favorite Record.
Love it.
So, but yeah, there's some really good stuff. So
I was trying to think of how you would fit in Our Lawyers Made Us Change the Name of the song.
Okay. There were so many of them that, like, the first part of the title was really good, but then the second part went off the rails, and I was like, can that really? And then do I consider the lyrics of the song? Like, is it the song itself, or is it only titles? So I decided to just do only titles.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if you guys are, thinking about assigning like some kind of media, or your favorite show, your favorite music, to your star rating. Let us know.
Yeah.
And then rate us with it.
Yeah, how's this episode? Is this episode a 1 star? On the one hand, is that a compliment
no,
because
God, no.
that's what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Or is it not? So, yeah. Let us know your quotes and rate us with it.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, I think we should start getting into our game for this chapter that we are on. So I want to preface this by saying, guys, we went and looked up all these 1-star reviews, and on one hand, yes, it's really fun and funny to find them, but you find some of the downer ones as well.
Yeah.
I think something I want to acknowledge as all of us as writers and just even just podcasters putting ourselves out there, we understand you kind of have to embrace the negative with the positive. So we tried to do books that we all read and that we all liked because we know these are good books, and even the 1-star reviews are not going to change our minds on them.
Yeah.
So please don't take these to heart too much.
It's not saying we agree with them.
Exactly. It's just us having fun with this little game of like, how
Also-
out there was it?
Also, the thing to take away from this is that everyone has an opinion.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not everything is for everyone. Like,
Everything is so subjective.
right. We loved these books. They're 5-star reviews, meaning that we would recommend them to most of our friends, meaning that we have a lot of good things to say about these books.
Some of these books.
Yeah. Some of them, yes.
Most of these books.
Say not all of them were my 5-star review books, but
Yeah, but I mean, these are high reviewed books. We really enjoyed these books. We in general have a lot of positive to say about them, and obviously there's also a lot of 5-star reviews on these websites
Yes.
that we got these from too. So a lot of people liked them. Doesn't mean that everyone's always going to like the books that we tell them to like, or that we think should be liked. So everything with a grain of salt, guys.
yeah. I think it'll be fun for us to, at least on some of them, discuss some of the reviews that we
Yes.
have read
Yes.
to see whether it made sense or whatever it might be that we want to say about that review.
Yeah.
But yeah, so going into the game, basically what happened was each of us took a website to look up these reviews. We all agreed to do books that we've all read so that we could try to guess where the reviews came from. So Megan did Amazon.
I did Amazon.
Jenna did Goodreads.
Yep.
So Jenna got the easy one. And then I ended up doing Barnes & Noble. I tried to look up other sites, and it got a little bit too complicated in that, so I just stuck with Barnes & Noble. I got kind of the harder one because I don't think people leave as many reviews on that. And then me and Megan were discussing about how like a lot of the 1-star reviews were like, this book came in bad shape.
Yeah.
And it was like, it didn't have to do with the writing at all. So, but yeah, Megan, do you want to start us out with one?
I do. Okay, I'm going to start off with this one. It is a little bit long, and I'm only taking in the parts that will not 100% give it away, because my second one, I only have 2 reviews for each of the book that I chose, and the second one will for sure give it away.
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay. I was so excited to read this. The cover. Oh, we have to do dramatic readings as we do this. Okay, are you ready?
In character.
We were all in drama class in high
Yeah.
school.
I did stage work.
You did stage work, but still.
The lesbian.
Yeah.
All right. I was so excited to read this. The cover looks great, the plot sounded great, and the reviews were great. I was very, very disappointed. Almost nothing happens in the first 50% of this book, and it is so much inner angsty dialogue, I wanted to rip my hair out. On top of that, the tension in the book wasn't leading up to a big fight, interesting conversation, or even the culmination of their relationship. Nothing happened. Little to no interaction with other characters, and this was a miserable read. The romance in this shouldn't have even been there. They shared a few looks and are in love. What? The author should have taken out some of their inner dialogue and used that time to have the love interests actually interact before professing their love. It's a shame because I really liked what I saw of main character. You still need to build a relationship though. I felt like the author was scared to commit to a relationship. Overall, I was incredibly disappointed. This is so vague.
I know. It's okay. Some of mine are really, really vague. You're never going to guess
most of
any of
mine
mine.
are going to be vague. There's a couple that are like specific, but most of them are vague.
Okay. Can we get a hint? Was it read in the last year?
So the review was posted on June 17th, 2022.
Okay. So it's an older book.
a couple years older, not that much older. I mean, it could be anywhere. It could be
That's
super
true.
old. It could
that
be.
could be.
Yeah.
I could give, I'm worried I would give it away. But I could add in one quote that I did take out if you would like me to. It is the second to last quote.
Do you have do you have a guess, Marissa?
There's a lot. And part of it's because I'm trying to think of like, I'm thinking of ones that I looked up too.
Yes.
So it's like I'm relating it to ones that have similar reviews on the other things that I looked up. But no, I'm not going to guess yet.
Okay. So I should hop into my second review? Okay, this is 100% going to give it away.
That's okay. All my seconds are going to give it away too.
Okay. I picked this book up in Barnes & Noble and read the sleeve. Nowhere did it mention lesbianism or bestiality themes would be present. As a parent, I feel this book should not be marketed to young adult readers whom are very impressionable. There were times when I grew extremely bored with the plot and put the book down only to force myself to continue reading. I feel the author's writing style leaves much to be desired. Not only did I grow bored with the plot, I also grew bored with the protagonist. This is not a book I would ever purchase had I known certain themes would be present. Nor is this a book I would let my teen read.
So, I know what
Girls
it
of
is.
Paper and Fire.
Yes. Mostly because the reason why I couldn't guess that one in the first one was because Barnes & Noble didn't have 1-star reviews for it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So the one line I took out is, I know it's an LGBTQ YA. Oof, that's a mouthful. But so is Cinderella is Dead, and that was fantastic. So I thought the LGBT might give it away a little too early.
I don't think that would have.
Yeah, you
but
could, okay.
Okay.
It definitely would have helped a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I was not going for...
I definitely was thinking hetero romance for some reason.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was definitely thinking hetero romance for most of it, and then...
But yeah, the bestiality.
Bestiality
is gave it away.
Well, and for a second, I couldn't think. I was like, what lesbian bestiality would we read? I'm like, oh.
Girls of Paper and Fire.
Yeah.
And I now see why it was confusing when I was like, did we read it before this year? After?
Yeah, and this one was posted September 3rd in 2019.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Well, good work, you guys.
Yeah.
A little
I
bit
love
of a
it.
spoiler in there, but yeah.
It's okay.
You did well.
I feel like my first one won't be able to be given away at all, and then the second one will for sure. But yes, for same thing.
All right. Go ahead, Jenna.
Okay. This is just a modern take on the white girl is very special, but no one knows why, and has to choose between two virtually identical white boys who are both in love with her for some reason. Whatever will she do? So can someone give me 5 reasons why I should read this?
Okay.
Wait, give that to me one more time.
Yeah,
Okay.
one more time.
This is just a modern take on the white girl is very special, but no one knows why, and she has to choose between two very identical white boys who are both in love with her for some reason. Whatever will she do? So can someone please give me 5 reasons why I should read this?
I think I got it.
What is it?
Inheritance games?
Yes. Yeah, I have to read you guys the second review just because it's funny, though. It says, I too will be expecting a surprise $1 billion inheritance as a compensation for how much I suffered while reading this.
That's a good one.
Oh, no, that's so good.
So, okay. And this leads it to, why reviews are so subjective, because I gave the book 5 stars. And Marissa, I think you gave it, what, 3?
Yeah, I think she was like a 3.5 or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
3.5.
even a 2. And you said it was your least favorite of that year that we did our...
It wasn't my least favorite of that year.
I thought it was.
No, because
No.
that was the year that we had
Rory Thorne.
and Angela's Beneath the Haunting Sea.
But you said you liked that one, yeah.
that
Yeah.
bad. Honestly, I think Legends and Lattes might have been
I
one
was
of my
gonna
least
say.
favorites that year because it was
You're
just
right. It was
not my. It was just so cozy that I was like, I wanted more Legends, less Lattes.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah,
More Legends.
but no, I agree. It was a very middling book for me.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Inheritance Games. It wasn't bad. It just was. I think it was ruined by the CW-ness of it.
Yeah. Which I love, but...
Yeah.
Which was all those
Again.
reviews. Those reviews are they didn't like the CW-ness of it.
yeah, that's
So-
very true.
I was trying to think of what love triangle have I read recently, because I've been trying to actively avoid them.
Yes.
So there was it wasn't like a love triangle, but people still think it is. Fourth Wing has maybe kind of one, and then but he's not a white boy. I imagine Xaden as very dark skinned / black. So
Yeah. You saw that video I sent you?
honestly, I agree.
I know. It was like, Xaden is black. First of all, who's the last white boy you knew named Xaden?
He's oppressed. And I was like, okay, I gotta agree.
Good point.
All right. So these two, I think, are both very vague for this book. But I'm still curious to see if you guys get it.
Okay.
Can't pay attention. It jumps around too much. There's so many characters in the first 60 pages, I don't know who's who. That's as far as I got, because I know if I hate it this much now, by the time I finish the book, I still won't really like it. I'll put it down and be like, okay. So I'm throwing in the towel. Maybe if you look at the reviews, maybe if we look at reviews, we should look at bad ones first.
Okay.
I have two that it could be.
I have a couple ideas. Yeah.
Okay. Give us a second one.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta scroll to it for a second.
It's okay.
The blurb explaining what this book is about is inaccurate. There is no duel, there is no excitement, there is no story arc, just a lot of purple prose with no purpose.
Is it The Murder of Mr. Wickham?
No.
Oh, interesting. I'm thinking a duel.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, hang on, a duel.
So my thought was, hold on. I had it just a sec. Jasmine Throne?
No.
Oh. My other thought was Amin Al-Sarafi.
Nope.
Oh.
I'm thinking, I feel like, I guess with the duel, I think it's like historical fiction / so like what historical fiction / fantasy have we read recently? A duel.
Or was it Legends and Lattes?
No.
Honestly, that'd be a good one.
That one, once again, I don't think had any 1-star reviews on Barnes & Noble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you might have to give us this one.
Think it's not one we read recently.
Okay, so an older one.
Okay, hang on. Could it be like an Owl Crate book?
It was not an Owl Crate book.
Oh, it was not an Owl Crate book. What did we read a couple years ago? Was it Rory Thorne's versus the Multiverse or whatever it was?
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I don't know. One more hint?
One more hint.
Is it gay?
Is it?
It's not gay.
Not
Okay.
gay. Okay.
It's heterosexual.
Is it like romance focused?
Yes.
Oh, there was a slight question in there.
It is romance focused. It was still one of my favorite books.
Divine Rivals?
No.
I don't know. What could it be?
Night Circus.
Oh.
That was such a good one to choose, Marissa, because I have nothing negative to say about that book, and the fact that there are negative things to say about it.
The purple prose that you were talking about now
Yeah.
makes sense.
Honestly, there were so many 1-star reviews for that book, and I was shocked.
Oh yeah, no, it's a very. I told you guys that I wanted my mom to read it, and so I let her borrow one of my copies. I have 3, and she read it, and she kept saying, "Why is this your favorite book?"
You know what? It's funny though, because there's so many 1-star reviews, but a lot of them made sense to me. Because I think a lot of it just wasn't people's style. So they were like, it was boring. It didn't go anywhere. It was slow. And it's like, I can see that because it does seem slow.
Yeah. Oh, it's very slow. It's like the biggest slow burn of any book I've ever read.
Exactly. But it was just it pulled me in so much.
Same.
Like the writing style, the characters, I loved them. And like some people were like, the characters were so boring. And I'm like, no, they weren't. They were so good.
Yeah, I loved all of the characters except I think what was it? Marco's ex-girlfriend or something that she had.
Oh yeah.
She was the reason that they like the ending happened, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked at how many 1-star reviews there were for that book, but they all were, I think, legitimate for an opinion based.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I had to.
That's another one that Angela did not like.
Yeah. Yeah.
She said she thought it was very boring, too hyped up.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I was disappointed in her disappointment.
Right.
So, but I mean, yeah.
That was one of those ones that I thought was so beautiful and lovely that like I wanted everyone to love it. And I thought that it would be right up Angela's alley because she loves like beautiful, lovely books like that usually. And sometimes I'll read her books and be like, this is too slow and boring for me.
Yeah, it just goes to show.
Yeah, it goes to show something for everyone. All right, Megan, do you have your next one prepped and ready? Okay.
Okay. This one's going to be funny because it has a title at the top where, you know, like sometimes on Amazon you give like the main like title of the reason why you quit. And this one is Another Gay Relationship. And it says, not a very compelling story, but also includes the mention of gay relationship. Why? Very disappointed I spent money on this book. Honestly, I do not remember the gay relationship in this book at all.
Oh.
At all.
Wow.
So I will be very shocked if you guys get it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so gay relationship that's not obvious. What was the first part about it?
Not a very compelling story, but also includes the mention of a gay relationship.
The
The mention of a gay relationship. Oh. I might have to get the next.
Oh,
Yeah.
now I remember. Okay. Now I remember the mention of the gay relationship, yeah.
Because I definitely think I could think of something. I just might need one more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Okay,
I'm
one more?
nice.
One more.
Yeah.
All right, this one I also have to redact some things because it does give it away. I believe this is the first book that I've actually thrown away. That's how bad it was. She did a disservice to the characters. It was awful. I threw it in the compost bin where it could be put to better use. Don't bother reading if you don't want to hold the beloved characters in your mind as they were and not have them ruined.
In their mind as they were.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is this the murder of Mr. Wickham?
Yes.
Hey.
And so the gay relationship I just remembered is it
brother.
Fanny's
The brothers.
brother?
Yeah.
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 Which
That's so funny.
it was so,
Like such a small little blurb.
That was just yeah.
it was important to the story because that's why
she was
he-
holding a secret and she was
Yeah.
yeah, but also did it ruin that really?
Hey, some
Really.
people that are very homophobic that time, that was like an idealized time for them in a long ways, and
Look, I don't want to talk about the gays.
yeah,
I'm going way back to the Victorian era.
This
and
was
the-
in 2023.
Yeah.
Hey, there's homophobic people today.
That's true.
It's 2025, guys, and they're still among us.
They're among us. Like X-Files. Okay. All right, so that was my second one.
All right, you got one, Jenna?
Okay. I'm too effing old and bitter for this SHIT. And to be TBH, the only reason I finished this book is because I got tired of lugging it around with me. This thing is bulky.
Jasmine Throne?
Is it Jasmine?
Prior of the Orange Tree?
She hasn't read those.
Read that one.
I know. I was gonna look up some of those, but I couldn't because she hasn't read it.
You and me, Marissa.
I know.
I would say, okay, what's a big book? I would just say Jasmine Throne or the third one even.
So
But if you made it to the third one.
what'd you say? It was.
I'm so tired of this.
Okay,
I'm
I will
too
say,
old. It was
I'm too effing old and bitter
okay.
for this
Yeah,
smack.
yeah. This censored word.
This censored word.
I'm too old and bitter for this. So
Okay, I have 3 ones for this, just so you know. The
Oh,
second
okay.
one is a mid one, and then the third one will for sure give it away.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
I think I can guess it, but give me 1 second. Too old and bitter for this,
but it's hefty.
but it's hefty. It's
So
a
what hefty books have we read? The only ones I can think of are Jasmine Throne.
I wouldn't say it's as
Stand.
hefty as we would think of as like
Oh,
Not big for
Amina
us.
Al-Sarafi.
it's
he is
on
Amina.
that level kind of, I'd say.
Oh,
Okay, I'm good. I'm good for the second one.
Okay, the second one is okay, as a history buff, this book hurt me. Physically hurt me. This is too ridiculous for me to read. No thanks. I'm done.
I almost think it might be. Oh, hang on. History buff, someone who's old.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it might be The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi.
Didn't you guess it?
No, not Amina.
It wouldn't be that because I think it's. I think. Oh God, what is that?
Your toes are tapping the carpet.
It's
That's
my-
your thinking. You're
My
thinking.
toe taps. Here's the problem. This episode's gonna be so boring because I want to get it right, but I don't want people to tell me because I just want to think of it and get it right.
Never thought of how many books we've all read until we think of
I
this.
know, right?
I know, right?
All
Well,
together.
and the hard part too is once again thinking of like, okay, I had to think of all the books we read to look up mine. What are the
Right.
ones that you looked up?
Could it be Divine Rivals?
No.
No.
Okay.
But that's yeah.
I mean, it has like some kind of history in it, even though it's
Yeah.
fantasy history.
Because it's like part of me wanted to say,
It's
like
definitely-
Percy Jackson, but we didn't read Percy Jackson.
Right.
And
Well, you didn't.
no, we
I
didn't
did.
all read Percy Jackson.
But
so-
that's still set in, I guess, history buff for Greek gods.
That's what I think.
That is
what I would.
One of my friends refuses
It is
to read.
historical fantasy.
Historical fantasy.
Yeah.
So, okay. What have we read? Oh, is it My Lady Jane?
It is.
Oh,
It is.
there you go.
The third review that I had was, I thought I'd like historical fiction fantasy, but not this apparently. The synopsis gave no indication that there were going to be people who could turn into animals, and while Pet was a funny revelation, most of this book was dumb because of it. I really needed to start digging deeper for the books I read.
My other guess was going to be either Soulless or Tempest of Tea.
Yeah.
Because when I was looking up Soulless ones, which, spoiler alert, it's not going to be one of my ones on here.
Dang it.
I know. I couldn't find
okay.
good negative reviews for
Yeah.
it. I found one, which I will share with you guys later, but one of it was talking about, like, this author doesn't know anything about Victorian England or whatever, and I'm like, okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
But she knows a lot about vampires and werewolves.
And ghosts.
And ghosts and preternaturals.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, okay? All right, guys. I got a few for this one. One of them definitely gives it away, though. A couple of them are short and vague, but I will start with my favorite 1 star for this one. My mom says this is the devil's book and won't let me read it. Don't read this book. It belongs to the devil.
Hang on, okay.
Harry Potter?
Okay.
That's what they told us.
What book could belong to the devil?
The devil's book.
My mom says this is the devil's book. Don't read it. It belongs to the devil. Hold on. Jenna.
I'm so determined.
Okay. Had to moment. Devil's book. Is it Adventures of Amin al-Sarafi?
I mean, he is sort of a devil in there.
That was my favorite one I found,
Okay.
by the way.
I'm trying to think of, like, okay. What? Maybe it has, like, smut in it.
Right. Oh.
Have we read any smut together?
Not any hardcore smut.
Jenna and I have.
Divine Rivals?
Okay, can you give us the date? Is there a date on it?
Yeah, it's 11 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it's one of our older books.
Is it Aristotle and Dante?
No, because I didn't read that one.
Oh, I didn't know that. 11 years ago. What happened 11 years ago, you guys?
Dude.
The only thing I can think of is, again, Night Circus, older books that we read. And you said Harry Potter, so it's not Harry Potter.
Honestly, 11 years ago isn't even that long ago.
The Hunger Games?
It's the Hunger Games.
Oh, it's
Is
the
it really?
Hunger
Hunger Games.
Dang.
The Devil's Book. I'm not going to lie. Because you said the Devil's Book, I literally went fantasy. So
I know,
Oh,
same.
yeah.
that's all my thoughts.
So I have to read you the rest of them.
Yes,
though.
please read us the rest.
This one is titled, because like Megan said, it's got a title for it. Ew.
You.
It says, it has kissing and killing in it. I don't even want to touch this book. And the next one was just dystopian society is stupid.
Dystopian society is stupid.
And then the one that would have given it away is, oops, missed it. It says, really struggled to get into this book. The main character didn't really do it for me. Katniss, which I was going to edit out, but Katniss is cruel and cold and calculating, and to be honest, saving her sniveling little sister didn't really strike me as a reason to risk your life in the games.
Sorry, Marissa, you're dead. You obviously don't have a sister.
I was just like, because that was the first one I saved of this, and I'm like, well, that's a dead giveaway of it. But I was just like, wow, saving the little sister really isn't a reason. But then I found my mom says this is the devil's book.
That's
a
literally
good
the
one.
best.
I'm like, that was my favorite.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It being 11 years ago now.
I had to think back, like, what books have we all read? What books? were we
Also,
reading
us
back then?
casually mentioning Hunger Games earlier in the episode, and Marissa's probably just like, All right, my last one. Are you ready? The title is Offensively Anti-Catholic.
Yes.
I was willing to suspend disbelief and try to roll along with how the authors changed history, but this book just did not work for me. I had to give up around 150 pages because I could not stand the anti-Catholic message. When one of your favorite characters is canonically Catholic, it made the Catholic and the authors made the Catholic. And the authors made the Catholic character a villain is both lazy and offensive.
I'm trying to think Catholic characters.
I don't know why. No, that's not right. I was going to say Roseblood, but that wasn't really Catholic. But it just made me think Catholic.
Because of the cathedrals.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And then I would say Soulless, but that wasn't Catholic either.
I'm not going to lie. I completely forgot that Roseblood was even a thing. I have stricken that from my memory, that book.
I won't lie. I remembered Roseblood when we started to redo this podcast because I think it was one of the first episodes.
It was
think
one
it's
of the
the
first
first one.
episodes.
And
You're
it's like,
right.
It suddenly came back into my mind.
We
Well-
still have that episode, technically.
Somewhere out there.
Catholic.
I know, Catholic, anti-Catholic.
Anti-Catholics.
Catholic and anti-Catholics.
Do you want the next one?
Yeah, go for
Yeah.
it.
Okay. I had great hopes for this book. What a letdown. This reads like a group of friends stayed up through the wee hours thinking increasingly slap-happy situations for the characters. Things that seem funny to you at 3 a.m. aren't nearly as humorous to others. I gamely plowed through this silliness, hoping for some originality, but was treated to rehashes of the other writer's material, overuse of lines and plotting from The Princess Bride and Rapunzel, for example. The wink wink, aren't we funny narrator intrusions were the final straw.
It's The
Verdict?
Adventures of Mina Elsrabi.
Verdict, not funny. There are other far better humorous revisionist novels out there for you. It is not.
It's not.
It is not.
That sounds so much like The Adventures of Mina Elsrabi. Princess Bride, knockoff. Narrator interjection.
Was it My Lady Jane?
Yes.
It was.
Yes. I also did
Because I
My Lady
also
Jane.
got a Princess Bride one for that one too, and I was like, that is a My Lady Jane thing. That
And the Catholic was Catholic versus Protestants.
that's right.
And
Oh, yeah.
Mary
Yep.
is the villain of that book, and she's the one who's the devout Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, even though I don't think there was there mention of being Catholicism, because it was either you're human or you're an alien.
Yeah, it
So-
was.
That's what the
It was their.
implication.
It was their way of talking about it without actually making it religious.
Yeah. All of the negative reviews they're just like, it seemed foolish to me. It was too silly. I didn't understand why people thought this was funny. Meanwhile, we're over here like, that was one of the funniest books we read.
Yeah, it was
So.
goofy and funny. You have to go into it knowing that it's goofy and funny, like The Princess Bride.
Right.
Where it's like, I mean, okay, The Princess Bride is goofy and funny, but also vaguely serious. This was goofy and funny and not taking itself seriously. And they talk about that. They say, sorry for what we're about to do to your history. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so this is one of my favorites. I'll never forget the first time I went to a restaurant north of the Mason-Dixon line and asked for a glass of sweet tea. The waitress brought a glass of iced unsweet tea and a handful of sugar packets. I knew even as I poured the sugar that there would be no victory here, no joy, no sweetness. What I drank that day was a travesty, an insult to the sacred beverage that is Southern sweet tea. I can think of no other experience that compares to how I felt reading this book.
Is it June Farrow?
No.
Because all I can think of is South.
Yeah, Southern sweet tea.
Okay, so someone is likening this book to Disappointment of Sweet Tea. Also, have we ever had sweet tea on our show yet?
No, we have not.
Interesting. It's very vague.
It is
It is
very
very
vague.
Does the review actually give any hints towards the book?
Like originally that you blocked out or you did not mention.
No, I didn't block any. I mean, it does. There's much longer where they go
Okay.
into like stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But I just took the first little clip of it because sometimes, especially on Goodreads, it'll like actually summarize the book.
Yeah.
But I just mean, like, does that
Kind
hint
of.
towards...
Kind of.
Okay. Because my thought was Tempest of Tea.
Yes, it is Tempest of Tea.
Oh.
So I had two other reviews for this one. It said DNF page 140. Very personal opinion. I hope you liked it. But this was a bunch of 18-year-olds who think they're adults. Dialogues don't make sense. 50 pages in and they're already pining after one another. No interest in the heist. I was getting bored. No attachment to the characters. The crew was not a crew. I liked the mention of tea and the potential. Unfortunately, it wasn't it for me. And then the last one, or the other review that I had for it was coconut water? No, just no.
Okay, but
So-
remember,
You sent that.
Yes,
you know
and
what's
that's why
funny,
I
though,
had
is-
to like do it, because I like thought about your thing about how coconut water is.
You know what's funny though is because I'd seen that way before we read that book.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was thinking of that post already, but
I never knew about it.
yeah.
Okay, so the reference is I sent a thing that says in a pinch you can use coconut water as a blood or transfusion.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true. Please don't do that.
Yeah, please don't take our medical advice. None of us are doctors. And
No.
don't take any medical advice
Well,
you
I
find
actually
on
didn't
the...
tell you guys, but
You're a doctor? We should be introducing you as Dr. Marissa.
Dr. Marissa.
I do have one more. I know Megan said she had a last one, so just so you know, if you want to play one more, I have another.
Oh,
one
I'm
too.
done. I did
Okay,
3.
Good. I did 5, so I got
I have one more that I have multiple, but then I have honorable mention ones.
Yeah,
that I think are gonna be great.
I have 2 more technically that I had been, but the other one it was Amin al-Sarafi, and I had already kind of talked about how I already gave all that away, and I didn't want to do that one.
I do, but I mean, I do want to say, like,
Yeah.
you know, to some people that is a insult to
Yes.
the religion.
Oh, totally.
We should.
So-
We should.
That was
probably
why I
cut
was
some
like
stuff
kind
out.
of like I didn't know if I wanted to pull that in, because it was like everyone does have different opinions, and you have that religious feeling, and therefore it might not suit you that way, you know.
So I had a hard time of figuring out what order I was gonna do these in, because there was a lot of these ones. But I'm gonna start off with just the first part of this. It says, I have never stopped reading a book until this one. Twilight, all caps, is so much better. It actually pulls you in and is realistic in parts. Twilight you can actually relate to. I mean, there is unrealistic parts, but they don't take up the whole plot. Megan's face.
Yes, Twilight is realistic. I love me a 150-year-old vampire who watches me while I sleep
That sparkles in the sunshine.
as a 17-year-old.
I
Yes.
mean, there is unrealistic parts, but they don't take up the whole plot.
Wait, sorry. Is this a review about Twilight?
No.
Okay.
This is a review about another book, but Twilight's way better than this book.
I wish they had like this person is 13 years old. I want to have like a little age reference.
How old are you?
And it turns out they're like 38. Oh, it's that guy from Parks and Rec who wanted
Yes.
Twilight in the time capsule.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, Marissa, what's the other
Sorry,
review?
go on.
Hold on, I gotta decide which one's less giving away. Oh, here's another one. Almost as boring and stupid as Lord of the Rings and Doctor Who.
What? Wow, we've got
Hold on,
three
references to
three entire franchises. Hang on. So
Harry
we got
Potter.
it. Yeah. Is it Harry Potter?
It's Harry Potter.
Dang. Okay.
I was like, it has to be a big franchise. It has to be a big franchise.
So someone thinks Twilight is better than Harry Potter.
And someone else thinks that it's as boring as Lord of the Rings and Doctor Who.
No, hold on. But someone thinks that Twilight is more realistic than Harry Potter. The vampires and werewolves are much more realistic than a hidden society that could be
With also werewolves.
with also werewolves and vampires of magic. Like hidden society versus vampires and werewolves hanging out in real life.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. Sorry, I wanted to know the other
You
reviews
wanted
now.
to know
yeah,
the other
let's, yeah.
So this one was just, this book is bad because it's talking about magic and God does not like that.
We got the gays, we got the magic.
I don't see what the big deal is. Sure, there's magic and stuff, but who cares?
Sure, there's magic and stuff, but who cares?
And then this one's for you, Megan. I just hate the book because of all that magic. Guys, you should really read Percy Jackson's series. They are the best. Even the names sound better.
Listen.
Listen, Percy and Harry are equally old men names.
They really are. Honestly, before I even got into Percy Jackson, I was like, who would name their main character Percy? Oh my god. It
Dude,
is
I
like
felt that
the
one about Harry
worst.
Potter.
There were so many comments about the name of Harry Potter just being a stupid name.
Come on, guys, it was written in England. They don't have a whole lot of fun names over there.
Oh, man.
That's the best.
Yeah, that was
Spoiler alert, Percy Jackson has magic in it.
I know.
Spoiler alert.
All right, Jenna, do you want to do your one more?
Okay. We need to ban the word smolder for the
A Court of Thorns and Roses.
We need to ban the word smolder for the foreseeable future. Authors can have it back once it's been properly rested and allowed to recover. Poor word has been overworked.
Smolder. Okay, obviously it's about a guy, probably a love interest.
Mm-hmm.
So who's a dark, smoldery kind of love? I mean, it probably doesn't have to be dark, but
No.
Oh, wait, I did another book.
an annoying love interest
That smolders.
that smolders. Flynn Rider, of course.
Is this one Twilight?
No. That would have been great. I wish I'd done that.
Okay, question. Is this a recent book?
Yes, semi-recent.
Semi-recent.
Since we started the podcast.
Okay.
Under the Whispering Door? I don't think there was any smoldering in that.
There were no 1-star reviews on Barnes & Noble for that either. Proud of us, guys.
There was a lot of 1-star reviews on Goodreads, but it was like the reviews were, I can't believe that this is the same guy who wrote this book. And so it was like, well, that gave it away. And it's just you liked his other book more than you liked this one, which I can't compare because I haven't actually read any of his other books yet.
Yeah. Okay. Smolder recently. Who's been smoldering?
I would say we already did Tempest of Tea.
Mm-hmm.
Divine Rivals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he smolders. He's definitely smoldered a lot.
My next one was they get married the second they learn each other's middle names.
Yep. That's true.
And then
that's just the explain of
that one gave it away. And then if you really didn't get it for that one, then the one that was going to give it away completely was, this is one of the worst books I've ever read. It's a bunch of tropes and they're not even stacked in a trench coat. They're literally just ticked off in a checklist.
But they were stacked in a trench coat because she had her brother's trench coat.
She did. Well, that's an inaccurate review. They didn't read the book.
They didn't read the book.
Poor girl, rich boy, check. Workplace rivals, check. Mom death or else the plot doesn't move on, check. The prose is somehow incredibly plain and annoying, or annoyingly ornate. It's like incredibly plain and annoyingly ornate. It's like she walked to the door. It was cold outside. Talons of ice tickled her neck with fear. Similes and metaphors abound, and most of them are distracting. Couldn't stand the characters. Everybody's whiny and everybody's perfect. What characters know or don't know. Where they are in the world, it's also convenient. The next stop on the plot train. No deviations, no surprises. Incredibly predictable. And it's just, to me, I thought that one, it was funny. I had to get that review, that first of all, because it was all these things, not even stacked in a trench coat. It was great. But to me, I was like, I liked the vague predictability of it because it was so beautifully done to me.
Yeah.
So I thought that review was interesting. Yeah. It just goes to show that some
Even
people
though
don't want it predictable.
none of the stuff we wanted to happen in the second book happened.
Even though everything we said, please don't happen, and then it did happen, and we still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Same thing with a lot of the stuff that we wanted to happen in Jasmine Throne.
Yeah.
I wanted the time skip. We got the time skip at the
at the very, very end.
Very, very end.
I have an honorable mention 1-star review.
Oh.
Just because I thought this was funny. This story uses I too excessively.
I.
Hang on. First person point of view.
Do you know, the funny thing is, if I'm reading a good book, half the time I don't even recognize which point of view it is. Like, I couldn't go back and tell you, like, wow, that was in a first person point of view.
But there's so many people that will not read a book in either first person or third person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's so interesting to me. Whereas I don't really, like you, I half the time I don't notice.
Yeah, I had an honorable mention. I took 2 of the quotes, and neither of them will give this away, but I thought, kind of, but I thought that they were funny, so I have to tell you guys the quotes.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
But yeah, I wanted to know yours first. That uses I too excessively.
Lord of the Rings. No, there's none of that in there. Hang on.
Amin al-Sarafi.
No, is it Under the Whispering Door? Oh, you said there's no 1-star reviews for Under the Whispering Door.
Yeah. I will say this was the only 1-star review of this book.
Oh.
Hint.
Marissa's been doing a lot of our older books.
Yeah.
So it is not one of our older books.
Okay.
Is it one since we started the podcast?
Yes.
What was yours? Yours was Tempest of Tea. That wasn't first person.
Jasmine Throne.
Nope.
That didn't have any first person.
That's too lesbian. There'd be negative reviews because we do still have our.
That one didn't have any 1-star reviews that I could find on.
Really?
Barnes
Good
and Noble.
job.
Mhm.
Good
Thank
job,
you.
Tasha Suri. Could it have been Murder, Mr. Wickham?
Nope.
What did we read? Girls of Paper and Fire?
Nope.
Because that was definitely first person.
Since we started the podcast.
Eon.
Nope.
Dragon Eye Reborn.
She's going through all of
I'm
our
just
books.
going.
She's just gonna
What
go
was
through all the
yours?
books.
The Unmaking of June Farrow.
Yes.
Okay.
That did use I a lot, I suppose.
The thing that shocked me about that was the only 1-star review.
That's all they had to say about it.
My 1-star review book of the year, and that was the only 1-star review.
And that's all that they cared about.
That's all that they
Not
cared.
the lack of communication.
Nope. They used
Or-
I too excessively.
The time travel situation. I.
So I just want to read the first clip of this one. There's more that would give it away. I have 2 quotes for this that won't give it away, but I have to give these to you. And then if you can't get it, I'll tell you the rest. Now I need a book about possessed unicorns, poisonous bunnies, and violet banana. I think they meant violent, but violet bananas, because I have to read something that can get me out of the state of utter boredom.
What?
I know. Okay, what book doesn't have unicorns?
I know.
And
Possessed.
violet bananas.
Why do you keep dropping the pen?
It is very
She's
slippery.
throwing it. Tossing. Pen toss.
Okay, what's the second one? Or they're all for the same, both for the same book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone should have told me that this was about vampires and werewolves. Not impressed.
Soulless.
Is it Soulless?
Close.
Oh, is it?
Not Etiquette and Espionage.
It is etiquette and espionage.
It is.
See,
Okay.
I didn't put that because I couldn't 100% remember if you read Etiquette and Espionage.
I haven't read that one. I
See?
read Prudence.
Oh,
did
okay.
you? Okay.
Yeah,
for
that's
some
what I
reason
just
I thought
finished.
that it was the finishing school that you had, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm putting that one.
Because I liked the idea of reading her daughter first,
Yes.
and then instead
That's
of
fair.
going back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I just remember because I knew you read Parasol Protectorate,
Yes.
and I'm like, and I don't think she read the other ones, or she did read one of them, and I don't know what it is. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna branch out.
Yes.
I only did. They had not a lot, but they had 1-star reviews on Soulless, but a lot of them weren't funny, and
Yeah.
a lot of them I just didn't agree with in a lot of ways. The only one I had that I saved, and it was mostly because of the writing. It said, "This book made me want to." Sorry. Yeah. This book made me want to gouge my eyes out. I bought it for a flight, and it has only one thing I had to read for 4, or it was the one thing I had to read for 4 of the worst hours I've spent reading. The main trait of the heroine is that she has a big nose, which she finds distressing. Oh, did I mention she had a big nose? Also, her nose is really big. Guess what? She got a big nose. Another thing you mustn't forget is she has a big nose. And it just goes on for that. And then it goes to the author had a shoddy grasp of even the most rudimentary basics of Victorian culture. And I'm like, okay,
Okay.
whatever.
I bet, is that person a Victorian historian?
I want to see your degree, sir.
Yeah. The one that's like very, very popular and is often thrown around the internet is the Court of Thorns and Roses one.
Oh yeah.
It's very funny. Shall I read it?
Yes, read it.
She
hasn't read Court of Thorns, so
this is all you'll need to know, Marissa.
Mm-hmm.
An illiterate 19-year-old straight up kills a guy and is outraged when there are consequences. Her punishment is living in a mansion with a hot mayor and hanging out with his friend, the nicest guy in the world and the only character I care about in the series. This is a tragic turn of events for Feyre as it separates her from her life and as an indentured servant to her horrible family. Who's going to take care of her deadbeat dad, her personality-proof younger sister, and Nesta? Satan's apprentice? One day, a generically handsome man appears, and all of Book Talk developed a bat fetish overnight. Some stuff happens as Feyre ends up in the Triwizard Tournament from Heck, where she has to outsmart a worm. Feyre struggles but eventually triumphs due to severe interference from outside sources. This goes on for 5 books. The fan base for this series is the size of a largest army, and if you say something negative about Cassian, they will hunt you down and ruin your life. And honestly, good for them. So yeah, that's like
the most popular 1-star review, but like totally sums up the book that will take over the internet.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right.
This is
I
so
have to
much
say,
fun.
That was a lot of fun. One of my favorite. It would have given nothing away. I don't even remember which book I saw it on, but it said, "Can we just ban book talk now, please?"
Light lurk.
I was like, "Yeah, I feel that." The amount of bad recommendations I've got from book talk outweighs the ones that I've gotten for good ones.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for indulging me in this, and I think we were pretty positive about it for the most part.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys have any parting words as far as reviews go before we go into what we're reading and all of that?
Listen, we will give a special shout out if you guys do reviews, like put your quotes from our podcast as your star rating reviews.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Oh my gosh.
Good
If
luck.
you guys are okay with that, we'll give you a little shout out to you.
That would be
So
great.
5-star review would be best friend Hannah.
Best friend Hannah.
Best friend Hannah.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, by the time next episode, we should come up with our own quotes.
Oh my gosh. Each of us choose a quote that we've come up with and have that as our 5-star review from here. I love
like it.
Okay, all I have to say, like, I just want to reinforce, guys, we had fun with this. This was fun.
Yes.
This is great. You have to, I saw this, like, one quote at one part, I don't know, something, an inspirational thing or whatever that was like, it essentially talks about, like, if you go after failures as stepping stones to, like, move forward, you won't see them as failures, essentially. It just you see it as moving forward. As a creator, as someone who puts themselves out there into the world, it is devastating when people write mean things about you.
Yes.
It sucks. It hurts. I can't even imagine going through all the things that these authors have gone through to write these beautiful stories and then seeing people tear it apart online for various reasons. So all of this to say, all of these authors, we love you. We think you're awesome. And for every 1-star review out there, know that there are plenty of 5-star reviews out there.
Yeah.
And we all love you. And just remember to be kind. 1-star reviews have their place, but you don't have to be mean or tear people apart to write your own review.
Yeah, I think, and that's something I did appreciate going through a lot of these 1-star reviews. I did enjoy the ones, too, that were constructive.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't agree with them, the ones that were respectful about it and like, hey, this just wasn't for me. I was bored through a lot of it. I see why a lot of people liked it, but it was not. If you're not into this type of thing, don't read it. I enjoyed that because that helps. It does help people because everybody has a different opinion. But the ones that just tried to tear people down and be mean, like, guys, be kind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life's too short to
Right.
spend your days being mean.
Right.
Exactly.
And as someone who has worked in small businesses or done things like that, like, reviews really do make a difference in these people's lives. And so be aware that your words, there's another little quote thing that I saw on a meme or whatever that was like, they were explaining to their mom, like, what spill the tea means. And their mom said, like, remember, tea stains. So your words mean a lot. So if you say things out loud, especially on the internet, guys, you can't take that back.
Yeah.
So just be aware of what you're saying. And, that's not to say you can't have a 1-star review. That's not to say that you can't have bad opinions on books. Just put some thought into it and think about your actions, too. So that's all I wanted to say about it. And ending on a mom note, let me mom you for a minute. Let me mom you.
All right.
We love you, Jenna.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you 3 stars.
You can't say things like that. My husband thinks you don't love him when you do that.
But so one of my big things is like, people would be like, love you, goodbye, love you, and stuff like that. I'd be like, bye, you're all right. And it's just what I do. It's what I say. I gotta humble people,
You can't be too excited about them.
Jelani gets upset when I say that.
Megan gets upset because that's the entire dichotomy of our characters in D&D.
Yes.
And I've spent the past 4 years trying to become your best friend, and it's,
To be fair, you're trying to become everybody's friend.
It's
I just
true.
put up a challenge for you.
it's true. You just want to make it too easy for me. Yeah,
Once again, also to be fair, you attacked my character
it's
first.
true. It's true. I did use magic. Granted, I did not know at the time
that it was going to be very, 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 very bad.
and then I did it again. I did it again.
I do enjoy the fact that I'm slowly giving you my character's backstory and just making it worse, but your character doesn't know about it.
I don't know anything.
I just love that our last session or the session before, and Roan was like, the difference is that I asked for consent. That was my favorite.
Misael learned a good lesson that day.
All right. So before we get to our quote, guys, and getting back on topic,
Yes.
Let's talk about what we are all reading. So, Megan, let's start with you. What are you reading?
So I just finished Ryan's choice for our Fellowship of the Traveling Books last night, The Intercepts by TJ Payne. I'm very excited to talk about it with you guys. I already passed it along to Marissa, and here we are halfway through the first month of the year. I look, no procrastination for me this year. Hopefully, knock on wood. So I am going to start For She Is Wrath by, oh shoot, I was not prepared. I'm so sorry.
How dare you, Megan?
Oh my gosh.
You even messaged us and said,
Emily
hey guys,
Varga.
I'm so prepared for this.
Emily Varga.
This. I am reading For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. I'm going to start that tonight after dinner.
Nice. What about you, Jenna?
I am currently reading your pick, Marissa, for our annotation Fellowship of the Traveling Books. It's The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. And I could be mispronouncing that. I'm sorry, Micaiah. But I do love your name. And I'm probably about a third of the way through it. It's really good. I think that you guys are all going to enjoy it. It does take a little bit to get to the meat of the story, but I don't feel like I'm bored with the setup necessarily. And it's gay, but it's also, I think the main character is bi, so
oh, cool.
It has a little bit of history with men and women, so it's cool.
Nice.
And
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Jenna, because I'm always nervous when I choose a book and I don't know much about it.
Especially since we're doing it different this time.
Exactly.
You don't get to read it first.
I don't get to read it first and go, this is actually terrible, like
Which
Jenna
is
did
what I
last year.
I didn't say it was terrible. I just said that this is not the right choice for us.
Yeah. I started your book, Megan, but I decided I didn't want to start off the year with required reading.
That's smart.
Yeah, so I only got like 3 chapters into it, and I'm like, no, I'm going to read a book that isn't required reading. So ironically, because we mentioned it earlier, I'm reading The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune.
I'm interested to see.
Please tell me how that is, because
Yeah.
a lot of my negative reviews were, I can't believe this is a person who wrote The House on the Cerulean Sea.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, they loved that book so much more than Under the Whispering Door, and I really enjoyed the Under the Whispering Door. So
Yeah.
And I am reading it Megan style, where I did not read the back or the blurb or anything, so I don't want to know any spoilers. Already, I was surprised by what this book seems to be about.
Very
but,
cool.
I'm only like a chapter into it, so I'm not very far.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to know more about it. Let us know.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. So far, I mean, honestly, so far I think you guys would like it, but I will let you know.
Very cool.
All right. So let's end this first chapter of Volume 2
Woohoo!
on a quote that Jenna found by Patricia Hampel. There's a big long quote that goes along with this, but we're going to kind of cut it down to the relevant part, where it says, "An unreviewed book is a struck bell that gives no resonance. Without reviews, literature would be oddly mute in spite of all the words on all those pages of all those books. Reviewing makes of reading a participant sport, not a spectator sport."
Very cool.
I have no idea who Patricia Hampel is. Hampel,
Hampel, I think.
I have no idea who she is, but I loved that quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's perfect for,
What we're discussing.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Until next time. Woo! Woo! Goodbye.
Bye.